Ooh. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Shankers and Tag. Oh, excuse me. I am in one of my favorite spots this morning. Just messing with the settings on the GPX since the previous DIV. A bunch of guys told me, turn the gain up, turn the gain up, turn the gain up. So I decided to come back here where we found some deep bullets and there's some trenches. They're hard to see, but here's one that wanders down this hill. Found about 30 or 40 bullets in here. You can kind of see it dips right there. And if you look back over here, it actually comes up right here. And there's a path that the homeowner made years ago, which cut through it. But, you know, I mean, can't get mad at them for that. It's their property. It's not protected or anything. This is private property. And it's actually on a battlefield. This is only a 1 or 2 day battle, but you can see the trench follows right up here. And it immediately gives a 90-degree turn. Found a piece of carve over here before. Anyway, I just dug a screw or a bolt, put the detector back over it, and sure enough, there was another signal. And there it is. That, and my guess is it's either a spoke bullet. If it's dropped, it's probably a spoke bullet, but we can talk about that later if need be. But yeah, that's Civil War lead, right where I thought it would be. So I'm gonna hunt here really close. I've got the GPX 4500 with me. I've also got my Deus 2 sitting over there, just in case. But GPX 4500 with the big 15-inch ultimate detect coil. I've got the, I'm using Mark Science's settings, but I've got the gain set up to 12 right now. I heard that clear as day. There's no EMI out here. You can see there are homes very close to where I am. The owner's house is over this way. He's got about 12 acres right here. There's a creek at the bottom. We have found fired lead all over the place, dropped lead all in the trenches. So hoping for something awesome. But even that, I mean, that just playing with the settings and hearing that under that screw, I heard at the same time, the screw was only about 2 inches deep. So probably modern from a hunting stand or something like that. But all right, I'll come back to you guys as soon as I get the next signal and we'll see what it is. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. We gotta stay quiet because, you know, any neighbors could detect as well. We don't want them to nighthawk this spot. All right. Beautiful. All right, so I've got my headphones turned all funky, so I hope you guys can hear this with the gain higher. That is a bullet. So go ahead and kick the leaves away here. It's probably straight down right there. Perfect. So let's try to not cut away here. And let me get my glove back on. And we will try to dig this hole right here under this holly tree without cutting away. It's probably going to be pretty deep, so let me see if I can get you guys set up on there. Hope I can get you set up right here. While I dig. So we'll get set up right here. Dig this hole. It's so easy to dig in here. all the dirt out of the hole now. Let's listen again. You can still hear it down in there, so that's a good sign. Let's get the pinpointer out, and let's come down here and see if we can get guessing it's straight down. Let's get the dirt out of here. It should be right somewhere there, but it's gonna be deeper, and it's gonna be in the natural dirt, I guess, that since they dug the trench out. Yeah, it's gonna be right in there. Oh, it's hard. Oh, it's hard. Scrape it, scrape it. It's so hard ground here. Well, it's right there, whatever it is. Ground's like concrete. There it is. Can you see the white, guys? Look at that. Right there. That is a dropped bullet from the American Civil War. Look at that. I'm guessing it's a spoke swage bullet. That's what most of them were in here. That's awesome. That's a good sign with the higher, using the, having the gain set higher on the machine. Really seems to have made a difference here. The last time I was here, I think I only found like 3 or 4 bullets and I had my gain on 5. But turning the gain up here in the woods seems to make a difference, especially, I mean, this soil is dry, dry, dry. We haven't, I think there's rain coming tomorrow, but we haven't had a good rain in weeks and weeks. Yeah, that's very, very exciting. I mean, that's every bit of, I guess the lache is about 11 inches. So that's easily 15, 16 inches there with no moisture in the ground. Here's the pinpointer down in there too, you can see. All right, come on, buckle or something awesome. Let's do this. Got another hole opened up here. It's kind of a high Tony type of deal. And that's not it. I just seen it pop out the sidewall. There it is. That is a percussion cap. So this is what would have given the spark to the gunpowder to fire the rifles. There you go. Pretty sweet. And well, that machine is sensitive enough to find something that small. That's fantastic. If they're still here, there could be a button or something. It was probably about 6 to 8 inches deep in the sidewall. Kind of missed pinpointing it with the big coil, but it happens. So yeah, let's keep working our way down this way. The trenches, there's another trench right here. It just dips just ever so slightly. It's almost filled in just from what's happened. And you can kind of imagine how it makes me wonder, this is probably woods then, judging by some of the bullets, how mangled they are. They probably hit trees. So this is probably how it could have looked. For reference, Spotsylvania Courthouse is that way just a bit. Pretty cool. All right, let's get on to the next target and see what happens. Hopefully there's at least one more bullet in here today. I'm already getting kind of hot, tired. It's almost 70 degrees this morning in October. Was it October now? Is it November? It's November now, right? Yeah, jeez. Whew. All right. All right, well, since I got that percussion cap, I went ahead and turned the gain up to 15 because a few guys told me that's what they were running. So I came back over the area where a down tree, that's where I dug that that fire bullet a few minutes ago, was behind that tree in the trench right here. You can see it winds up. Well, this is a deep, deep signal, it sounded like. See if you can hear it. That is a bullet for sure. So let's hopefully go down here and find it. Here we go, bottom of this hole. Bet you it's not even showing yet. It's not. Right there. Leshy tool. Let's see what happens here. could be in the wall. Is that it? Nope, it's a rock. Oh, I think I see it. I think I see it, all right? There. There it is. That should be it, yes. That is a fired... Ooh. That is a fired Gardner. See the two rings right there? Get that to focus. That is a Confederate bullet. So, with all the Swage bullets and Star-based bullets that I found here, this definitely was the Union line. The Confederate line is up over on the other ridge. And there's a gentleman that lives over there that detects. And he said he's never really found anything in his yard. Most likely because it was gone through when they were building the houses. But, or even before that. But yeah, so the Confederate line will be up over there somewhere on the next ridge. It goes down to a creek here and then up on a ridge and around. But yeah, super excited to have that. So I'm going to keep going around in here very slowly. Very, very slowly. Because you can see that is a deep hole. And fire bullets can drive pretty deep if they don't hit anything. Especially this ground's pretty soft even though it's dry. Right. Come on. One more bullet today and I can get out of here. Get 5 for the day. I'll be happy with these, changing up the settings. All right. That is all she wrote for me this morning. Let's see what we got. We got 1 percussion cap and 2 dropped bullets and 2 fired bullets. I'm gonna guess that both I think I can see some lines inside that one, so it's probably a Swage bullet. That one, the bigger one in the middle, could be a Washington Arsenal and a percussion cap. Not too bad. I'm pretty sure this site's pretty tapped out. Before I came along, the owner, I think he's owned the house since 2011, and he said the folks that owned the house for like 6 to 8 years prior to that, when it was newly built, them and their kids metal detected, and they got about 40 or 50 bullets over the years out the woods. He dug about the same and a bunch of buttons. I've yet to find a button, but I have also got about 60 to 80 bullets out of here. I've given a bunch to him. I've given a bunch to a couple of the neighbors trying to get other permissions. I just spoke with him. He called me and asked if I was finding anything, and I told him yes, found a few, and he said great. He said he spoke to his neighbor, calls him the doctor, and said that we are welcome to go over that property. So one day I'll grab Joe, and it's got about 10 acres next door, 9.5 I think it is. The house and the yard take up about 2, so we only have about 7 or 8 to dig. But the one trench that's here runs up and goes like that, and then if you walk about 50 feet further, which we did without our machines because we could see it, there's another trench that runs like that, parallel behind his house, running all the way down this ridge. And that ridge runs up into the neighborhood behind it, and I've dug years ago, a couple years back, with a couple people, we dug some trenches in someone's backyard and dug a ton of bullets. So, well, thanks for joining me. If anyone's interested in the settings on the GPX that I use, please comment or shoot me a message on Facebook or something. I'll be happy to share them with you. It's kind of complicated to show them on a video unless I'm just doing a video about settings, but they're not my settings. I didn't figure them out. Like I said, I use Mark's settings, and today I've just been playing with the gain, turning the RX gain, turning it up a little. But yeah, well, thanks for joining me out here in the beautiful woods of Spotsylvania, and hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. We're over 400 subscribers now. It's awesome. Check out the new video from DIV55, which is up. This video will probably go up later today, which is Thursday. I believe it's the 8th or the 9th. Joe and I have some digging and some sifting planned Saturday, unless I get a call back from a couple people about hitting their spots. They could be on vacation, I'm not too sure. A couple permissions we already have, but we'll see what happens. Until next time, my friends. Bye-bye.